Hello, dear students. I want to welcome you to this platform, e-class e-learning, on our normal course, Mind Theory. This course is a very broad course, and we shall be looking at it bit by bit so that we can cover the course in due time. However, the course will be released to you in bits, as I've said earlier, and also after each episode, you have the opportunity to ask questions where you are not clear about some concepts. The word mind can be looked into in many forms, either from the psychological aspect or the philosophical aspect. But we shall be starting with the conceptual views about the word mind. But before now, I know that your own perception about the word mind is quite very shallow, because there are many theories that are applicable to the word mind. According to the psychologists, the mind, or the word theory of mind, refers to the ability to understand the mental states of others and to recognize that those mental states differ from one person to another. Meaning, the way you are being created is quite different from another person. That is why you need to understand the word mind, so that when you are dealing with other person, you deal with that person the way the person is. And also, if the person also is dealing with you, the person will deal with you the way you are being created. No two human beings are the same. In fact, sometimes you have a set of people being born by the same mother, the same father. We call them twin, or many more. They do not have the same character. But what distinguishes one person from the other person, according to the psychologists, they refer it to mind. Why to the philosophers? The theory of mind refers to the cognitive capacity to attribute mental states to personal self and others. Meaning, people engaged in social life, they have many thoughts and beliefs about others and their own personal life. Therefore, the element of a person that enables him or people to be aware of the world, either internal world or external world, and the experiences on how to think and feel, and the faculty of consciousness and the thoughts, is what is called mind theory, according to the philosopher. But when you look at these two views, you will see that the view of the philosopher is quite different from the view of the psychologists, because they view human beings from different aspects. And apart from that, there are so many words that are used synonymously with the word mind. Sometimes when you look at the word mind, some people view it as the brain, some as the intelligence, some as the intellect, some as the intellectual capabilities, some as the mental capacity, some has the brain power, some has the wits, some has the power of reasoning. While to some people, mind means power of comprehension. To some, mind means power of thoughts, power of understanding, power of reasoning, power of judgment. To some, it could be power of senses, power of mentality, the power of perception, the power of imagination. While to some people, they view mind as the power of subconsciousness, while to some it is the psyche, to some it is the ego. While to some people it is the gray matter. While to some people the mind talks about the reason and rationality behind everything we do on earth, or everything as we relate to other person. So when you look at this, you can see that the word mind has many views. It has many meanings depending on the way you are looking at it. But that is when you look at it from either psychological view or philosophical view. But to look at the conceptual and the general view about the word mind. The word mind is an abstract concept used to characterize thoughts, feelings, subjective states, and self-awareness that presumably arise from the brain. It means whatever we do with our mind comes from the brain. That means there is a synergy, a kind of connectivity between the mind and the brain. But mind you, the mind and the brain are never the same. But you have a connection that joins both of them together. But when you look at the word mind in the Western tradition, it is the complex of faculties involved in perceiving, remembering, considering, evaluating, and deciding about what to be done at a particular time. It means whatever you do at a particular time, you are being directed by your mind. Whatever you think at a particular time, you have that thinking faculty coming from your mind. Also, mind in some senses reflect as sensations, perceptions, emotions, memory, desires, and various types of reasoning, motives, choices, traits of personality, and the unconsciousness. Meaning, if you say somebody is a nice person, being nice coming from his mind. If you say somebody is a talented person, he is being talented is or can be attributed from the mind, because his mind will tell him to do certain thing at a particular time. So anybody who does wrong at a particular time is being pushed by his mind. And away from that, mind also refers to the aspect of intellect and consciousness manifested as combinations of thoughts, perception, memory, emotion, will, and imagination. Whereas all these are coming from the mastermind called the brain. It means that if somebody is being conscious or not being conscious of what he or she is doing at a particular time, there is a connection between that person's mind and his brain. So it means that a human being can be viewed from two particular aspects, his mind and his brain. But whatever that person is doing at a particular time cannot be traced back to what he or she is having in his brain, which the brain now is now commanding the mind to react to that particular thing at a particular time. That arises a general question. You might be having that. I might also be having such question within me. And the question is, where is the location of the mind? Where is the location of the mind? Location of the mind of human being is not in the brain. Mind you, location of mind of human being, or we say human mind, is not located in the brain as it has been viewed by the scientists. It means that mind of human being is present across human body. It is also present in each and every cell of our body. Sometimes if you have witnessed a scenario whereby an animal is being slaughtered, you will now see that after the animal is being slaughtered, you will discover that the flesh or the muscle or the cell you have in that animal, you see it galloping, pum, 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 pum. Why sometimes when you kill a fowl and you are not conscious if the fowl is totally dead or not, then when you leave the fowl, you see that the fowl can still, stand up and start jumping from one place to another. That means the mind is located around ourselves. That is to tell you that the mind is never in our mind. Rather, the mind is located throughout the entire body of a human being. But to the scientists, it is being proved that the brain of human being is divided into four. That is, the back view of your brain controls the front view of your body. Likewise, the front view of your brain controls your spinal cord. Also, the left view of your brain controls the right side of your body, while the right view of your brain controls the left side of your body. That is, if any part of the brain is being tampered with, either by the front, it will affect the spinal cord. So all these are part of what you should learn about the word mind.